So system refresh activity. What does it mean by system refresh activity? So why we have to perform? So normally yearly once or 16 months, 18 months once we will perform the DB refresh or system refresh activities, right? Why we have to perform? So in your landscape, suppose you have the development system, quality system, and production systems. You have the three systems landscape. But in the production, you have the transactional data. Why? Because users will log into the production system. They will do the transactions in the production system, right? This is the production. So development, quality, so prod. And here it is the quality data. So testing data. Here you have the development data. So development data, quality, and production. So, but we have both are all are in the configurations perspective, developments perspective, all three systems are in the same. But especially in the production, we have the transactional data. Why? Because users will connect to only production system. They will do the transactions. They will not connect to the quality. They will not connect to the development. They will not do any transactions here. But here we have the more data in the production compared to the non-production systems. We have the productions, we have the more data. Why? Because here all the users, end users, they will connect to the production system. They will do the transactions, right? They will do the transactions. So here we have the additional data is called the transaction data. So normally sometimes in the organization, our functional or development team, some users training purpose, they need this production data should be in the quality or sandbox or training systems they need, right? So in that case, what we have to do? In that case, what we have to do? What we have to do that one? So we can take the full DB backup. Why? Because when you take the backup, you will get the full data, whatever the data is there here, all the data you will get from here, right? In that case, we will take the full DB backup of the production. So take the full DB backup of your production system, okay, prod system. Then so once the backup is done, so move the backup files, backup files to target location. Target location means so either quality system or your development or quality system. Suppose sometimes depends upon the projects, you know, the new projects, your developers or functional team, they need your production data in the quality. Why? Because to be more testing purpose, more accurate testing purpose. Why? Because production we have the more data, quality we have the less data. So when you are doing the testing, sometimes the quality it will be successful. When it go to the production, it is not successful. It is not successful. In the quality, it is not very production. It is not successful. Why? Because the production data is different and quality data is different. So that is not the actual testing. If something is failed in the production, then so there is a risk in the production for business users, for business. So that is the reason to get more accurate testing and also for more project testing purpose, we will copy this production data into the quality. That is called the refresh activity, system refresh or database refresh activities, we will call it as, right? We will take this backup and we will restore it on the quality systems. For that case, we will take the full DB backup of the production, then move the backup files to the target. So we already knows how to take the full DB backup and move the backup files to the target, right? So just we know how to, why? Because we discussed about the backup and the restore method. Same is this kind of the backup restore method only. But here we have the some prerequisites in the target and source. So this is the source. So this is the target. Why? Because this target database backup, we are restoring it on the here, right? So then, so what activities we have to do in the production system? Only these two activities we have to do in the production systems. Then you need to take the backup and move the backup files to the your quality system. You can move it. Your quality system, you can move to the here in the quality system, right? So once you've done this, once you move to the quality system, so then, so what we have to do here? Once you move the backups to the quality system, then what activities we have to perform in the quality system? So those activities, those preparation steps we will discuss now, right? Once we move to the here quality system, the quality side, we have the some preparation steps we have to do that one. So what are those preparation steps here? Right? Step number 1, 3 steps. So system refresh, 3 steps. They may ask you to explain about the pre-steps. Why? Because pre-steps are the very important here. Here, the first step, we need to perform the so user master exports, UMR exports, user master exports. So for that one, you need to go to the SCC8 and select the profile SAP_user. Then you can just export it, right? It will be the user master records will be exported. Why? Because here you are taking the backup, you are importing into the quality system, whatever the data, whatever the users, all will come to the quality system. But what about the quality users? Before refresh, before restore, we have the users in the quality, we have configuration. We need same users. Why? Because the quality, one user may set the one password. In the production, one user set the different passwords, right? When after the refreshing, then the whatever the user's passwords, everything will be deleted in the quality. But we need the same user, same password, same connections back to the normal previous state. So only we need the data. So only data we cannot get it out. So if you take the full DB backup, entire the data, everything will comes, including users, RFC connections and everything. So that time what we have to do? So we need to so do the some pre-steps, pre-execution, pre-refresh steps. What does it mean? So we need to first perform the user master record exports. So for that one, we need to log in. First we will draft the some steps here. Then we'll go to the actual playback. We'll play those pre-steps in the systems. Okay. So here perform the user master records. Then create a transport of copies, then add the RFC tables and some other configuration table, we have to do that one. Then then take the screenshot of the SMLG. Why? Because logon groups are different in the production and quality. We need to take the screenshots and RJ12, then background job server groups. Then then next one is the SMICM screenshots. Then means ports are different, right? SMICM screenshots. Why? Because here SID is the different. Here SID is the different. Then when you are taking the backup of all these, then when we are moving to the here, then whatever the SID will come here, same SID details, whatever the SID comes, same SID will be there here in the quality also. But we want only data. Then again, we need to change the SID, everything, right? For that one, we have to take the screenshot of the SMICM, SM61 transaction codes, right? SM61 means, what does it mean? Background groups, background server groups, right? So SRJ12, who are new to SAP, so you can ignore these steps actually, because you guys are not listening about the SAP screens, SAP steps, right? Just you can ignore it for now. So when your SAP complete at that time, you will get all these things, right? Who are already listened, maybe Bhaskar, Koteshwar, so Niranjan, you already Parimala, you already know about the SAP, right? So that's why you just ignore it. RJ12. Then RFC groups, we need to take this configuration backup, SMLG, logon groups, right? Logon groups screenshots, we need to take it out. Then perform the user master records. Then W20, W21 screenshots and the file transaction codes for the logical paths, logical path screenshots. Then license, take the backup of the license, take the backup of your SAP license. Why? Because your license also will be changed. Why? Because entire production data will come to the quality. So entire your production license also will come to the quality. Then license may change it. So you cannot log in. Then after that, what? So we have more steps. So user master data, transport of copies, taking the screen captures, and STMS screenshots also we need to take it out. Then STMS routes screenshots. Then suppose if anything like OAC0 and OAC3, like repository, content repository configurations.
Trust certificates.
The repository configurations. Then the 12th is the S trust. S trust SSO2 certificates exports, certificates exports. Then the 13th printers, the printers exports, right? Then take the backup of, take the voice level, take the backup of sec, and so your profile directory, right? Profile directory, profile directory. And what next? So we have more. If we think it about the more, we will get the more. So let me check in my systems. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, more. So, but these are the main things actually. So certificates, profiles, then SMT1 trusted configurations. We have to take the SMT1 trusted configurations. We have to take it out. RFC connections we already listed, and user master record. These two are the very major important steps. RFC connections, user master records. Remaining all are the screenshots. Capture the screenshots. Then to some this one we can take the exports and printers exports and everything. And also workbench, the transport history, you need to take the screenshots. Transport history, you need to take the screenshot. Why? Because after the transport imports, production data comes. Why? Because some transports will not be moved to the production, some will be moved to the quality. Then in this case again we have to re-import the transports. So in that case what we have to do? This one. So, and also if it is the BW systems, additional step is called the RSA1 transaction code, source system connections. Source system, so connections. This BW system, source system connections, we have to take the screen captures, check the connectivity test and everything. So then what next? We have, so printers, we have taken operating system level backups, SMT1. So OS0, STMS. What left we have still? Any other things you can think? Logical paths, archive paths, that will come under the
RFC connections.
RFC connections that we already noted here. RFC connections. See here, create a transport of copy, add the RFC tables and some other configuration tables also that we already discovered. So then what next?
Client information.
Yeah, maybe take the screenshot of the SCC4 and SE03 settings. So in the production, the client settings will be closed, but in the quality or development or sandbox, it is opened, right? So we are not sure after the restore completed what is the status, right? So before that only, before you go ahead and restore it only, we need to take the all the possible screenshots. We have to take it either the SCC4 and the SE03. So we can take the screen captures. Then what next? Still we have transport history, workbench history. So STMS. So maybe one or two left, maybe I guess. So those things we will cover in the post installation. Now, how to take
Operation modes.
So yeah, we can. These are screenshots. Whatever the possible screenshots, like screenshot of the operational modes. How many operational modes we set it up? What is the number? So all these things we can set it out, right? So we can take the pre-steps. All are the pre-steps. Now we'll play with these pre-steps. How to perform these pre-steps, right? So now you know how to take the backups and everything, right? Now in the SAP level, so log into the SAP. We'll play the steps, all the steps will play one by one here, right? Just log into the SAP. So here the first step, we need to do the user master record export SCC8. Then select the, why? Because users we have to re-import again. That is the reason user master records we are checking here. User master records we are checking here. Right? Just okay. And schedule as a background job immediately. Schedule job so that the user master records will be exported. It is SCC3. It is exported. Right? So once done, once the user master record export is done, what next? So then go to the SE01. So transport of copies. Create the transport of creation, transport of copies, especially for the refresh purpose. We will use the transport of copies. Why? Because the RFC connections again we have to import on the same system. So transport of copies we have to import. So take the, so refresh RFC tables export, right? Just double click it, add the tables here, right? R3 TR, R3 TR, EABU, RFC DES. RFC DES is the one table. All the destinations will be available here, right? RFC DES. So some organization, they will take the screen captures, RFC DES, right? So then what next? So R3, TR, TABU. There are 4 tables actually. RFC, so text, is it? There are 4 tables actually, not that this one. RFC doc, RFC doc. Aqua means it's also not correct one. There's a 4 tables, RFC des, yes, RFC desti. So desti, unknown syntax. Other tier des
RFC DOC.
doc. Given a, okay, now we got it. RFC does. Yeah. So and 4 more tables. So 2 more tables still left. RFC dest, RFC docu,
Attributes.
RFC attributes, right? RFC ATT RI attributes. Is it correct?
Correct, sir.
No, something wrong.
ATT,
Attribute,
ATT RIP.
ATT RI
RIP.
attribute.
B, sir.
What that table means.
BB.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more table. So one more table is there. So these all are RFC related tables. Okay, these all are RFC related tables. We need to do the, so exports. There is a one more table actually. The maybe
Text.
and RFC text, right?
Yes, sir.
No.
TXCYM. TXC.
RFC TXT.
Yes, sir. TXCYM. Right.
No, okay.
Or
Here you will get the list, right? Export import of the RFC tables. RFC this, you have it. RFC, CCL, I think. Okay, so these are the, so tables. Let's assume these are the tables we need to do the exports. Okay,
Sir,
so
can we add TBDLS tables as well?
TBDLS table, that we can add it separately. Then BDLS tables, BDLS configuration. That so we'll not in the only one. So we'll create the separate one for the, so each and every, so activities. But because if you do one in one system, that will create the, so suppose something is goes wrong, it will create the nuisance, right? That's the reason. So one transport request I created, then exporting the transport request also. Why? Because after the, because all the same configuration is stored now in the ECP configuration, we are storing the same. So that one, after the restore completed, we will get the production data. When you import the transport request, so all the production entries will be gone. Again, whatever the entries now you exported, that entries will be override on the same, means you will get the original entries in the systems, right? This is the way. That's why we created this one. So you can add more tables also. You can add more tables also. So suppose like, so refresh, so additional tables. If you have any other tables as part of their organizational checklist, so few organizations, there are only small checks. So few organizations, they won't perform the RFC tables also, UMR, some other screenshots. So suppose if you have the any other tables also, R3TR, so maybe TBDLS tables, table related. So tables key, table key means all the entries, right? That's why I put the star, right? So then, so why it is means header is missing. Header means, so here in the header screen, I have not provided the ECP. Just that is the reason header is missing here. So then what next? Any other tables? Suppose in as per your my organization policy, we will only take the RFC tables and user master records and some other tables backup, and we will restore it. But few companies, they will take the all the tables backup, configuration tables and everything. Few companies, they will not perform. So it depends. So it depends upon the organization. So but major thing is the transport of copies, RFC tables and UMR, and these are the major things we have to take it out. So right, these are things SMQR, SMQS, these are the steps we need to discuss, right? SMQR, SMQS. So all these steps, SMQR, SMQS 20. So SMQR and SMQS, the queues related information, how many queues, outbound queues are. So all these things we have to, so take the screenshots and captures, we have to perform it, right? Once you've done it, just release the transport request, so that the configuration will be saved at OS level in the form of the transport request, right? Transport request. Again, we can import the, just take a note of the transport request, what are the transports you exported and what are the UME, you have done the exports and everything. You can take the screen captures, everything here. You can take the screen captures and everything. We can do that one, right? So you can see here that is completed. So then what next? Then take the screen captures, screenshot of this SMLG. Why? Because after the production, you will get the production entries here, right? The SID, host name, everything will be different. Then you need to take the current screenshots, you need to take it out. Screenshots means there is a snipping tool. Every organization, there is a snipping tool, right? Just go to the snipping tool, snipper tool. Then you can take the screen captures in the one Word document. You can make it the one Word documents. So I have the some screenshots. So I have the document. I will share the documents. Then you guys can perform the prerequisites and everything for today, right? So I will take that one. And also you can take the RJ12. So RFC server groups. Take the screen cap, only one, right? Then SM61, the background server groups. So are we created any groups? Nothing we created. So I told you guys, please perform the groups, right? ECP. Suppose like ECP. In a new system, if you perform it, just I ask you to perform it, right? Just you can perform this one. Okay. So I created this one. Okay, take the screen capture of all these things. Then printers export, SPAD, go to the SPAD, then output devices, printer, only LP01. No one created any printers. I hope you guys are not practicing, I can understand. Go to the exports, export, star, output devices, all, star means all, SAP, right? Just take the export of the all the printers. So SPAD. Just to take in the SPAD configuration backup. It is exported, right? It is exported. Then same as like STMS screenshots, you can take it out. STMS screenshots, you can take it out. Connections. So RFC destinations, groups, everything, you can take the screenshots, right? That is the one. Then once you've done it, so then what next? So check the profiles of our systems, how many work process are there, take the screen capture of these profiles also. Then trust SS photo. Trust SS photo, that is the certificates related transaction codes. Just to take the, select this one, go to the here, change button, then select this one, then export it. We need to export the certificates also, system PSC, right? Just export it, export this one. Then remaining all these things we can export it. So same. So then what next? So what other things we have to perform it? So whatever possible ways, all the screenshots like SMQR, nothing, no one created any queues. It's a very bad, yeah. If you perform the queues, then you will come to know. So in the system, what's you are practicing or not, you will come to know. So no one doing anything. So destinations. So now I am creating the destinations and everything. We have the NWD system is there. So no one created any destinations. Okay, I will take care of my system. Okay, this configuration, the screenshots, you have to take it out, right? SMQR, SMQS, and in SM58, any transactional RFC is failing or not, you need to take that screenshots also, that screenshots, you need to take it out. Yes, nothing is there. So no issues. Then SOST in the Scott, any emails configurations, Scott configuration. So you need to take the screenshot of the Scott configuration also. Here nothing is there, no Scott configurations. Then you can create the Scott configurations. So many things are there in the system to perform the post activities. So RZ10 is the, now I started the recording. Okay, that HDB user store we have to perform after the restore completed as part of the post refresh activity. We need to reset the entries that we will perform tomorrow. That will come tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Before that, if you want to take the screen captures, that we can take it out. HDB user store space, just list. It will give the answer results. That results you can take the screen capture. If you don't miss it out, not a problem. So at least maybe interview point of time, if you understood all these things, so if you tell like this 15 or minimum that 15 steps, that will be very great actually, right? Then after that, backups. Then after that, so we have the restore recovery that we discussed now, right? Then after that, so we have the post refresh activities. Post refresh activities that will take longer time, but I will explain it tomorrow. Okay, post refresh activities. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about the post refresh activities. Okay, any questions from anyone?